Entertainment rose to fame through esports and entertainment, founded by Troy Gutierrez, Brian Lim, and Chief Creative Officer Elodia Gosing-Piao. They have grown their business into a creative sports empire, and they are now turning their talents to Web3. To discuss all about the driving force of content creators, please welcome on stage PJ Cana of Esquire to lead our panel discussion. And of course, joining him will be Trisha Potato and Trike Gutierrez from Tier 1 Entertainment, and of course, from the champions of MPL 2022, we have VYs of Blacklist International with us.
Hello, good morning, everyone. It's a real pleasure for me to be here today. We're gonna get right down to it because we don't have a lot of time. Pero I wanted to start off. I mean, obviously, you guys need no introduction. But for the maybe one or two people out there who probably are not familiar with this panel right here, could I maybe ask everyone to introduce themselves? Let's start with Wise.
Hi guys, I'm Wise Gaming and I'm the jungler of Blacklist International.
So hello guys, good afternoon. My name is John Marbilla Luna, also known as May Venus, the tank support and the team captain of Blacklist International.
Hi guys, I'm Trek Gutierrez, the co-owner of Blacklist and co-founder of Tier 1 Entertainment.
Hi guys, I'm Trisha Potato and I'm a variety streamer. I'm a talent of Tier 1 Entertainment.
All right. So I'm gonna get right down to it. I want to start with Trisha. I wanted to ask. Oops.
Sorry.
When you first started, content creation, I'm curious how your family reacted when you told them that you wanted to pursue sort of this career.
Actually, they gave me a chance. They gave me 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 months. And before nag-times up yung 6 months, Tier 1 was scouted me. They messaged me if gusto ko daw ba mag-apply as a Facebook partner. And luckily, nakapasa ako. Ayun. And yun na, nagtuloy-tuloy na siya.
But before that, you were already streaming na.
Yeah.
Kundi na.
Pero siguro mga 3 months,
3 months
pa
pa lang.
lang. Yeah, very early pa.
Okay. For ano naman, Wise and V. Our features editor si Mario Limos, I think interviewed you, I think 2 weeks ago, and he showed you this photo of you guys and your humble beginnings back in the day. So actually, he asked me to ask you this question. Why did you decide to leave, everything behind and then stay in that tiny room, tapos pursue your career despite, not knowing or there weren't any assurances na magiging successful kayo?
For kasi, parang more than 10 years ko na pinapursue makapasok sa professional scene ng esports. Kasi ito talaga yung gusto ko yung gaming talaga. And ito talaga yung pangarap ko, which is kumita sa passion ko, which is yung pag-games. And ayun, siguro tiwala din talaga sa sarili na alam ko na kaya ko talaga makapasok. Parang kailangan ko lang ng tamang timing, ng tamang opportunity. And nung time kasi na yon na nandun kami sa maliit na bootcamp, sobrang tiwala ako sa teammates ko that time na alam namin na kaya namin. And ayun, sinubukan namin and nag-success naman.
Wise, you wanna add anything?
Same lang eh.
Okay, I want to turn over naman to Trike. Trike, we did a feature on Tier 1 back in 2020. We interviewed you and Elodia and Ashley. But obviously, you yourself, you're a gamer. So for the benefit of everyone out there, can you tell us lang how you sort of transitioned or dreamed up of Tier 1 from, like an idea lang to how you built it?
I guess to really make I told this story a million times, but I think how I started is really how a lot of gamers started across the university where I studied. So I graduated in De La Salle University, Manila, and across that was a computer cafe. So I used to play from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. Dota 1, crazily like almost every other day or every day, even at times, right? So from that point, after graduating, I decided to pursue a career in gaming in which I became a shoutcaster. But after that, I realized that that wasn't enough for the industry to truly move. And then eventually, I went into organizing events. One of the biggest events that I organized was back in 2016, actually together with Alodia as well. The Manila Major is what it's called. It's basically one of the biggest Dota 2 events in the world. And then even after that, I wasn't really satisfied with the impact that I had in gaming because if you were an event organizer in the space, the problem becomes you can only do like 4 or at least 8 times, like 8 events in a year of that caliber because it was too big. Eh. Imagine we were filling up 18,000 people in Mall of Asia Arena, $3 million in prize pool, but at the most, like what I said, you can only do so much in terms of events. Venues will be occupied, you know, there are time constraints and a lot of resources that are going to be very limited, right? So from there, we came up with the concept of Tier 1 entertainment, which is patterned towards the K-pop entertainment model. And yeah, fortunately for me, I was friends with Alodia. So it was easier for me to kind of like maneuver into the space because she was the best example of a superstar in gaming already. It's just a matter of really following that path and creating a certain mold and development programs for people to follow. So yun, just to summarize, I think we started out as a talent management. Eventually, we created esports teams. And now we're very excited to be part of Web3 by forming the alliance and eventually having NFTs that are going to be attached to the experiences and products of Tier 1 Entertainment.
Awesome. Congratulations. I want to ask naman V-Wise again. You know, in the esports industry, parang one of the main arguments daw is there's this parang push and pull between content creation and the actual playing of the game and being a professional, you know, player. So I'm curious how you, especially you guys, you're very well-known champions in the space. I'm curious how you're juggling both being a professional player and your career as content creators as well.
Totoo naman na mahirap pagsabayin talaga yung content creator and yung pagiging pro player. Lalo na ngayon na sobrang nagiging competitive yung PH. Kasi 'di ba parang sa ngayon PH yung tinitingala pagdating sa Mobile Legends. So mas times to yung hirap. So mas kailangan times to din yung effort na ibigay mo sa paglalaro. And siguro depende pa din kasi talaga sa tao yan kung paano niya i-handle yung dalawang na yun. Pero siguro sa amin, mas nagiging madali lang kasi yung management na nag-handle sa amin is magaling na sila or expertise na nila yung content creator. And at the same time, magaling din yung management na nag-handle sa pagdating sa gaming.
Nice man.
Yun, mahirap nga talaga pagsabihin yung pagiging content creator, pati professional player. Pero para sa akin naman, kaya naman siya pagsabayan pagka sanay ka sa mga time management din. Lalo, may kasama naman din kasi ako si B na, yan, pareho naman kami gustong gawin yung sabay kaya kayang-kaya naman.
Alright, thank you. Trisha, I wanted to ask you, obviously you have like following in the millions na. What do you think draws people to, watch you? What is it about you na?
Siguro, ewan ko kasi, nag-start kasi ako para talaga mag-spread ng positivity sa ibang tao. Like, gusto ko pag pinanood nila ako, parang nakakakuha sila ng positive vibe sa akin. So, I think that's one of the reason why some people are still supporting me, ganon. And, ayun, positive vibes talaga.
Positive vibes. Okay, I wanted to turn it back to Trike. Obviously, we're here at the Web3 Festival. You're the chief strategist of Tier 1. How important do you think is content creation, both in Web3 and gaming industry in general?
I think content creation plays a huge role, not just in this industry, but actually in the world. And I think the reason why was because after TV, after traditional media, I think in this day and age of digital entertainment, what truly happened was the attention became decentralized, right? When we had the option to actually choose and pick what type of content you want to be able to watch, then the world just became decentralized. And the problem with a lot of companies and a lot of business people is that they always talk about consolidation. But consolidation doesn't exist today. That's what I feel like. Because yes, you can consolidate, content, different verticals and all that into one space. But at the end of the day, since it's a very localized world, I think how you can truly consolidate everything, even though I don't believe in it, is you consolidate people who are creating content in different verticals, in different communities, so that you can, in a way, consolidate things. But even then, you'll never ever get to consolidate everything just like what it was in TV, right? So I think how it plays a big role in terms of the whole world is that, one, it gets the right attention. So whether you're a company that needs user acquisition, maybe you're a game that needs retention, or a fintech product that needs more users, that's how you can get organic attention. I think on the second point, I think it plays a vital role in terms of getting to the right demographic, because a lot of people in Web3 are talking about communities, right? But how do you actually tap your communities? And it's such a glorified word in Web3, eh? Talking about communities. Everybody's talking about, we're about the community. But are you truly about the community if you're not even part of that community? So like for ourselves in Tier 1, we don't think that we're part of every community like us founders, but we truly believe that every influencer, every esports team, and every personality that we have in the management is basically connected to the different communities that there are. Just like Wise, V, sila, Trisha, like they tap different communities, and that's the power that we have. And yeah, I mean, I think that's my answer to your question.
Okay, so following up on that, I believe the other day you mentioned how you wanted the Philippines to be the world's focal point for Web3 adoption. The same way how South Korea built, K-pop and exported it and built it into what it is today, like a global phenomenon. What's your game plan for that? How do you see this happening?
So right now, I just recently came from Dubai and then India. And the conversations that were happening there was basically our esports team, our content creators, we're going to be sending them over to Dubai and India to be exported in a way so that people can see and showcase the Filipino talent. And I truly believe that in terms of the Philippines in Web3, we are one of the first adapters, especially with Axie is a testament to that, right? But I think, generally, like things are moving slower than before. But that's the reason why we are building the Alliance program for the Web3 community, because we believe that the same people that we have in Web2, they might not be the same people who will connect and resonate to the communities and the things that are in Web3. So we're very happy that we have Jared Dillinger, we have, people who are actually authentic in the space, and we're trying to recruit more people. So if anyone wants to join the Alliance, I think we really want to be able to work with you and, create a group of voice that can talk about Web3. Because at the end of the day, this is what I can say. I was in esports 12 years ago. I said this was the future and nobody believed me. But when I had Alodia, when I had Blacklist, when I had different influencers sharing and talking about the same things, then people started believing because we had more of us. So I think in Web3, as long as we build a collective voice that can speak about the industry, that can talk about the positivity and also face the realities of the space, then maybe it can truly change. I mean, sorry, just to be clear, it doesn't need changing, but perception needs more help.
Right, I agree. Talking about that, you mentioned, you said you're recruiting. So I guess there are people out there who might be interested to, join your team. I wanted to ask, our gamers and content creators here, what's the best piece of advice you think you could share with anyone out there who might be interested to do what you do and, pursue a career like you did?
Ayan. Mag-sign daw kayo sa Tier 1. Sabi ni Boss Frank. Syempre, Ako naniniwala ako dun. Mag-sign nga kayo sa Tier 1. Kasi iba mag-guide ng Tier 1.
Sa akin din, sa mga nakilala ko sa esports, sa mga organization nila, para sa akin talaga ngayon yung Tier 1 talaga yung the best. Hindi porket nandito ako.
Ako naman, ang advice na mabibigay ko is don't give up on your passion. Like, no matter how hard it gets, kahit gaano pa ka-rough yung road, like, continue ka lang. Kasi alam niyo ba guys, I just wanna share, 2018, nag-email ako sa Tier 1 Entertainment. Sabi ko, are you guys nagre-recruit ba kayo ng talent? Tapos, wala lang. Ayun, nandito na ako ngayon, katabi ko na si Bastian.
Wow.
Yeah,
Manifesting.
I've come a long way.
Yeah.
Din talaga.
I wanted to ask V-Wise also. I think you're now building your own house, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So congratulations on that.
Galing.
Tell us more about that investment and how you feel like being content creators help in that dream to, build something like that.
Yung ano kasi, yung pagiging pro player, hindi talaga sapat yung salary and yung prize pool doon na mapapanalunan mo para makapagpatayo ka ng house. And mostly talaga na ginamit ko doon sa pagpatatayo ng bahay is from content creators talaga. Yeah. And ayun, pangarap kasi ng mother ko yun and gusto kong tuparin.
Nice, congratulations. I just wanted to ask, obviously we're here also in the Web3 Festival. Are you guys as creators and gamers, how are you preparing for, mass adoption of Web3?
Actually, nag-access sila di ba?
Nag-axie na din kayo?
Yeah. Actually, yun na nagmulat sa amin sa crypto.
Trike, I wanted to ask you also, what does the future of Blacklist International look like, especially with the advent of Web3 gaming? I believe, the main platform that helped boost the popularity is obviously Mobile Legends. And some people say it's a very tightly controlled, gaming ecosystem, which is sort of like the opposite of what Web3 is, which is decentralization.
I think there's a lot of power. At the end of the day, I think Web3 is going to be a tool and a technology for us to be able to all utilize. And before I start, right, I'm not an authentic and organic, like a Web3 person. I'm just also starting out and trying to learn. Our VP is though, so he was the one, so Adam Viluan, our VP, was the one who brought me the idea of bringing Web3 to the spaces, and it's been really guiding me throughout the process. And after, getting into Web3, I think last December, we really strategized and went to multiple Web3 events, Korea, Singapore, other events in the world. And what we saw as a potential for Web3, at least for Tier 1, are three things. First is the alliance, of course, to be able to create a new group of people that will tap into the Web3 communities. The second is we want to be able to create an NFT that's going to be attached to the experiences and products that we have. It's because there's a development in Korea where it's happening. It's called Web 2.5, and they call it Phygital, where the use case is from Web 2.0, but they're using Web 3.0 as a tool. So for example, there's a steakhouse there where you can book a steak dinner using NFTs. So that's what we want to be able to do. So in terms of the specifics, we're looking at an NFT pass ticket to one of our events called Blackout next year. Maybe there's a future where you can buy a piece of Blacklist International and get a piece of the prizes of what they'll win or what our Dota 2 team or our Valorant team or our Web 2 teams can win. And last but not the least, maybe there's also a future where we'll have esports teams in Web 3 games.
Wow, daming plans. I guess we're running out of time, but I wanted to ask our content creators and gamers right here. What qualities do you feel like someone who wants to go into this space should possess? Ano dapat meron yung isang tao na gustong maging, successful na content creator and gamer?
Para sa akin kasi, pag passion and kung nag-enjoy ka talaga, parang hindi mo iniisip na parang nagtatrabaho ka lang. Parang, ano lang, chill lang talaga yung paggawa mo ng mga content and sa pagiging esports player talaga. Talagang na-enjoy mo lang siya.
What qualities do you feel like content creator needs to have para maging successful siya sa, you know,
Siguro sa akin, dapat meron kang strong personality because this path that you're gonna take is not easy. Kasi there's gonna be downfalls. It's not always up. You're not always gonna have a lot of viewers, a lot of supporters. There's gonna have time where walang nanonood sa'yo. Ganon. And you have to be strong. And, eto pa pala. Don't compare yourself to the growth of other content creators. You just have to compete with yourself. Sarili mo lang. Kasi toxic yun eh. Like, it's not healthy. Di ba? Yeah.
Galing.
you wanna add?
Okay na yan.
Yun na yun. Okay, I think that's all of my questions. Thank you so much for, we ran out of time. But thank you so much for joining us today. Ladies and gentlemen, please get round of hand for, thank you so much.